another episode of T-Table Testing. Today's matchup is going to feature Arceus V-Star with Raichu V taking on Arceus V-Star with Malamar VMAX. As always, the deck list will be at the end of the video, and thank you for watching.
All right, everyone, here we go with game one of Jeremy on the left versus Josh on the right. Jeremy opens Zekrom, Josh Arceus V. So the Zekrom is kind of just in there as the 60th card because we needed something. You could probably replace it with whatever you want. Maybe Zapdos, the one that is 160 to a bench V. I don't know, maybe an energy card, whatever. Maybe that card that your 8-year-old nephew gave you that one time that you said you'd play even though it's bad. Probably better. Jeremy starts off by quick balling for Arceus V here. The main setup attacker for your Raichu. For those who do not know, Raichu V does 60 times the amount of lightning energy you discard in play. So it's kind of like the old Cephalon GX, except you do not put it in the loss zone, just your discard pile. Jeremy here going to attach a double turbo energy to his Arceus and quick ball again. He does have a small hand, so we will see if he gets a Crobat. Oh, maybe not. Just kidding. Nope, he is doing it. Faking me out early in the game. Let's see if he gets the Crobat V here. Searching his deck, double checking so he knows what's in it. Reading Tapu Koko V, which is 20 plus 40 for every energy your opponent has in play. Not energy card, which is important. It is energy. There's our friend Kenny pointing out, why do you even have Zekrom in your deck? We will deal with that later, Kenny, but thank you for pointing that out to us. Alrighty, while Jeremy does his deck search here, he does end up getting Crobat V, which lets you draw and say you have 6 when you play it. So Jeremy will draw and go to 6 cards here. Let's see what he gets. At least Marty gets a Raichu and a Mareep. That is pretty good here. He's going to drop down the Stormy Mountains. And will he use it? He will use it, probably to get another Mareep. Let's see. He does get a second Mareep and ends his turn since you can't do anything else going first. He does play Pierce here, Josh, which lets you get an energy card and a dark Pokemon. So it basically sets up your attack if you start with Arceus V as you get the double turbo and the Malamar V. So we'll attach it, and he will use the attack, which is search your deck for 3 basic energy attachment to your V. So he will power up Malamar V easy. See how Jeremy responds to this here. If he can get Arceus V, maybe Star in the active and get attacking, he does attach to it. He does play Evolution Incense. Will he get the V-Star? We are going to find out. No, Zion Flaffy. Maybe he has V-Star in his hand already? Nope, he does get Arceus V-Star. All he needs is a card to switch out, and he will be attacking turn 2, powering up his field, which is not a good sign for Josh. He does play it, and then he Marnies. So both players shuffle their hand and put them on the bottom. Josh will draw 4, Jeremy will draw 5. See if he got a switch card. He don't think he did, so he used the V-Star power, which is new to Brilliant Stars. Once you get turn with Arceus, just search for 2 cards. Just pick 2 cards from your deck. You put them in your hand. Don't matter. So imagine he'll be getting a switch card to get that Zekrom out of there so we can attack with the Arceus V-Star. So let's see here. He got a switch indeed. Maybe he got a Flaffy. He got a Flaffy too. And he will attack with Trinity Nova, which will only do 180 because of the double turbo. But he gets to search for 3 basic energy like Josh did, and attach your Pokemon V. So imagine an amount will be going on Raichu and maybe 1 on Crobat, or just all 3 on Raichu. We'll see. He's debating. Nope, just all 3 on Raichu. Alright, Josh's turn here. He will Quick Ball, discarding a Dark Energy. What will he search for? He will get his own Crobat V, because remember, he was Marnie, so he does not have a big hand. So here, let's see. Shuffle his deck up here, and he will play anything else before. He will drop another Malamar V, attach a Dark to it. It looks like we're Crobating for 5. I do see an Ultra Ball in his hand that he drew from that, so we'll be able to get something out this turn. But what will it be? He did draw Malamar VMAX and evolves here. Let's see what he chooses to do. He does play another Arceus V, which definitely means he's going to sack the active. And he will Trinity Charge again, most likely powering up the other Malamar. He's going to put anything on else? Nope, just going to get those 2. The deck does play 8 Dark, so he's got to kind of be conservative with it. So he does have 1 left, as he did discard 1, I believe, a few moments ago. So it's back to Jeremy, see what he does. In response to this, probably just take a knockout, honestly. Power up his board more to make it hard for Josh. Alright, let's see what Jeremy, he will draw. See what he does this turn. He will contemplate here. Attach a lightning to Zekrom. Use Flaffy, which is Dynamo, or attach a lightning energy from your discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon. So he's already got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lightning energy in play for that Raichu V. Not got anything on Judge's field. He attaches an air balloon. Okay, let's see what else he's going to do. And then he'll just go for the knockout. All right, draw 2. Will he search his deck? He will search his deck. He did do that out of order, but that is okay because we are playtesting. But do remember in a tournament, you do have to finish the attack first. All right, I'll attach 1 to Zekrom, which is illegal. And 2 to Crobat V. Oh, I think he realizes it. Nope. Yep, there we go. But 3 on, that's a powerful Crobat V. First Crobat V in history to have 3 lightning energy on it, I would like to bet. Josh responds by drawing, bringing on Malamar VMAX, and Evolution Intense for Arceus V Star. I wonder if he's looking to use the ability here. Quick Ball discarding a mystery card to get Moltres V. Alright. He will use his once a game ability, which is search for 2 cards just like Jeremy did. So we will see what he gets. Possibly, he's got to take care of like Raichu to stall Jeremy, kind of, but we'll see if that matters or what happens. He plays a choice belt, which shows you 30 more to V's, and bosses orders the Raichu. And it looks like then he will attack, so you get to look at your opponent's hand and put a card on the bottom. He's got 3 supporters, so you're probably going to choose that one. He will choose the Ultra Ball to stop Jeremy from getting a Flaffy, even though he does have the Lightning too, so definitely a way for Jeremy to knock out the Malamar this turn. So Jeremy starts off by using the Stormy Mountains, getting the Raichu on his bench directly from his deck. This is not good for Josh, but he does only have 1 Flaffy, so he might have to draw a lot of discard a lot more energy. Just kidding. He drew an Ultra Ball for his turn after 1 being put on the bottom, which means he's got the double Flaffy, which means he'll get to save energy on the field after doing all this. He will attach for turn. He will Flaffy number 1, Flaffy number 2, put those all in Raichu. Josh stares down a field. He might not be able to beat now, but we'll see what happens. And he follows that up by playing a research to get 7 new cards. He's like, yeah, I just put 3 energy in play. Yeah, I'm going to draw 7 cards. Jeremy retreats for free via the air balloon and has to discard 6. So we'll get rid of the boom. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. That is a knockout. Jeremy is quickly down to 1 prize here. Let's see what Josh can do, if anything. He's going to Stormy Mountains, search his deck just to see what's left in it, if there's any hope for this game. This observer says, not really. I know the guy well. He probably is going to have a tough time coming back, but you never know. That's why they make cards like Raihan. If your Pokemon was knocked out last turn, search your deck, attach your basic energy from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon, and if you do, search for a card. So we'll see what card he got. Okay, it's Ultra Ball. I bet you the card he got was Choice Belt, so he can knock out the Raichu, but I don't know. Okay, attach it. Choice Belt. He's going to attack. Looks like he's going to take the boss's order to stop Jeremy from killing the Crobat on the bench, basically, and winning the game easier. So let's see here. He draws. All right. He is going to bench top. Nope, just kidding. Nope. Well, taking me out. Maybe? Nope, he's going to use Stormy Mountains. Probably check his deck first before he makes any hasty movements here, benching stuff. Pretty confident in that search. He's going to Ultra Ball. He's going to grab Boss's Order, which means he's getting Lumineon V, which when you play it, you search for a supporter, play the Boss's Order in the Crobat, and that is game. All right, here we go with game 2. Josh has chosen to go second this game. We'll see if it works out better than it did the first game. All right, Jeremy opens up Crobat. Josh opens up Arceus. For the second game in a row, Jeremy opens up Quick Ball. So we will see what he gets here. He got a pretty good hand. Discards the Lightning Energy. Searches for his own Arceus V. Just like the first game. I promise this is not a playback. This is a new game. Alright, he benches that. Looks like he's got a pretty decent hand. Will he do anything else? Attaches Double Turbo and passes. Josh Chatad plays Double Turbo. Plays a Pierce again for the second game in a row. He gets Malamar V. Will he get to that Double Turbo just to have it out of his deck? He does. And see if he does anything else for attacking. He does not. He simply Trinity Charges, putting 3 Darks on the Malamar V. Jeremy goes and benches Tapu Koko V. Plays Evolution Incense here. Probably getting the Arceus V Star. Oh, debating it. Oh, plays it at the stadium. Plays the Evolution Incense here. And he's going to search his deck, get the Arceus V Star, and start attacking away. We'll see if he has to use the ability again to be able to attack, or already has it built in. We will find out shortly here. Let's see, he will research here, draw 7 new cards, see if those help him get out of the active and get some bench. He draws down Raichu V. And he does have a lightning. It will quick ball, discarding a second boss's order. We'll see if that impacts anything later. And then what will he search for? Probably Mareep. Start get that going. Yep. He will get the Mareep, bench it. I'll see if he does anything else here. I don't think I saw a card to get the active, so we will probably be seeing the ability if he wants to attack this turn. Let's see what he's thinking about it. Talking it over. Moving the Mareep off the Coco. And he is going to attach the lightning energy here. And he will use the V-Star ability. If you notice, they remember to put V-Star counters out this game, unlike the last one. So viewers were confused. He's getting an air balloon and a blank card. Doesn't even have to show Josh, but he's like, I'm going to play it anyway. So here will let Crobat retreat for free. And his other card will be a card we won't know unless he plays it immediately. Just thinking about it, contemplating. Debating. Thinking. Stormy Mount. Eyeing up Path to the Peak. Thinking he's getting Path to the Peak. So it's very interesting since Jeremy already used his V-Star ability. He only has Lumineon left in his deck for abilities, and Josh hasn't used his V-Star ability. And if he doesn't get a Stadium, he won't be able to because Path to the Peak shuts off Rule Box Pokemon. He will then Trinity Nova for 180 and search for 3 energy and put some amount on Raichu and maybe 1 on Coco. We'll see. Yep, he does go 2-1 there. And back to Josh. Now, the first game, Josh kind of voted not to evolve the Arceus and go attack, which kind of was awkward because he didn't do damage. This game, he says, nope, I'm evolving. All right, but does he have I don't think he has a Stadium in his hand. Let's see, okay. Oh, he does have a boss's order, I believe. That's what I saw. I saw Lysander staring me down from the corner of the screen. Will he play? What's this card right here? He will boss's orders the Raichu up to take a quick knockout there, I believe. Yes, he is attacking. And he will take the knockout and take a 4-6 lead. He didn't put any energy in play, but he doesn't really need to. And also, he's got to remember the Tapu Koko V can punish him for doing that, as it is currently doing 260 damage, I believe. 40, 80, 120, 160. Yes. It is doing that much damage. So let's see how Jeremy responds. I mean, the Arceus V-Star can knock out Josh's Arceus V-Star, so it isn't too bad. Question is, can he get out another Raichu V? He does have a boss's order hand and an Ultra Ball. I think he's debating whether he wants to discard another boss's order, but it might be worth it at this point. He also has a Flaffy, I believe, is the other card. He's got Ultra Ball Boss Flaffy as his hand. He's thinking about what to do here. All right, he's going to Ultra Ball. I imagine getting the Raichu. Yep, he will. Yep, he will grab Raichu V to power that up and put a lot of pressure on Josh to get a knockout on that Raichu in return, which means he'll have to have another boss order and another choice belt. I don't know if he can do that. All right, and then he will attack after he uses Dynamo to put a lightning on the Tapu Koko V. And then he will attack and search for 3 energy, putting most of them probably on Raichu, maybe 1 on the Coco. Oh, 1 on the Crobat. Just kidding, faked me out again. 1 on Tapu Koko V, so that is powered up to go. All right, well, can Josh do anything? Maybe, maybe not. He's going to Ultra Ball here. Nope, maybe, nope. Yep, he's going to Ultra Ball, discard Double Turbo and an Ultra Ball. This Path to the Peak kind of get him there, because if he had a Stadium, at least he could get Crobat V and draw some cards to get more outs here. Said he's going to get Malamar VMAX. He's going to probably play it. He will play it. Play the choice belt. Do you have boss orders? He does not. Well, Jeremy does have game on board here, so all I have to do is retreat. Put 1 card on the bottom. Nobody really knows what it was. It doesn't matter. Jeremy's pointing that Raichu lane. You know I'm about to go down. Jeremy will retreat by discarding the Double Turbo, bringing out that Raichu. Oh, he's going to Flaffy, assert dominance here. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 energy in play. He will attack with Raichu V, discarding all 7 energy for 20. That is game. All right, game 3 here. Can Josh steal the game or get swept 3-0 embarrassingly? He's going first this time, as going second 2 games in a row did not matter. So this game starts off with the Double Turbo attach. Quick ball for Malamar V. We'll see if he's got anything else or we'll end his turn. Offers that cut to Jeremy. See, he will bench the Malamar. He does have a VMAX in his hand. Play a Crobat for 3, I believe. He did draw another Crobat awkwardly, and will end his turn. All right, Jeremy here. See what Jeremy can do on his turn when he gets to attack it. Quick Ball, discarding Lightning. I believe the third game in a row. That's all this man does is discard Lightning Energy with his Quick Ball turn 1. He gets the Arceus V. He then, I think he has a Quick Ball, or an Ultra Ball. I'm sorry, Chad's Choice Belt, benches Mareep. Debating, definitely an Ultra Ball in his hand. Discarding Lightning and Choice Belt. What will he get? That is the question everyone wants to know. He gets a Raichu V. If he has if you can get double turbo switch here, that's pretty lethal. Instead, he's just going to be like, you know what? I'm going to draw 7 cards. That's cool, too. He still can get it. So we'll see what he has here. I don't think I see it. I see a Lumineon there and a Manaphy, but nothing really else. So I think Josh voted a bullet. There's that Zekrom candy he told us to take out of the deck. Let's see what he's got a switch. He's got a switch, man. He's so close, too. Oh, I think a sacrifice is coming, unless he thinks Josh has a bench damage Pokemon. Let's see what he does here. Attaches a Lightning, plays the switch into Manaphy, and says, I'm so sorry, sweet prince. I must sacrifice you. Josh says, that's fine. Evolves into Malamar VMAX. Arceus V Star. See what he's going to do. Now, will he go for a knockout on Raichu? That's the question. He's going to bench Moltres. Crobat for 4. Let's see. I don't think I saw Boss's Order or Choice Belt. I don't know if he wants to save it for later. It's a good question. We will find out. He will Quick Ball, discarding a Marnie. Getting another Malamar V. Look at all those dark Pokemon. Isn't that cool? We're almost at Eterna in his deck. Doing that, he will play Collapse Stadium, which both players can only have 4 bench. And if you have more than 4, you have to discard. So Josh had 5, and he discarded his Crobat safely to the discard pile. He will then Marnie, opting to save the Boss's Order Choice Belt effect. And then he will Ultra Ball. What will he get? Can't bench another Pokemon right now. He will just get a VMAX for next year. Interesting. I think he wanted to do that just to get the Dark in the discard pile to power Moltres. So then he will knock out poor Manaphy, search for 3 Dark. I imagine he will put them on the Malamar VMAX. Yep, get that ready. All right, Jeremy evolves here into Flaffy. He's got Arceus V. He's got the double turbo. He's got Arceus V on the bench as a backup. I think he has a Research in his hand. Cannot confirm, was not there. Yep, he does have Research again to draw 7. He did draw an Ultra Ball and an Evolution Instance, so he's getting 2 and Patch to the Peak again. We saw last game, Patch to the Peak basically won the game. So we will see what happens this game. He's going to get an Arceus V-Star with his Evolution Incense. He's like, nope, Josh, I'm going back in. What are you doing, bro? He will then play the Patch to the Peak. So Rulebox Pokemon do not have abilities. He's like, I don't need to use my ability right now. I'm so far ahead. He's going to Ultra Ball, discard an Ultra Ball and Quick Ball. This guy should play Ball Guy in his deck, I'm pretty sure. He's going to search for, I imagine, a Flaffy. Okay. So he's got that. So he definitely has energy in the discard pile to power up the Raichu now and then like do more with his attack. So we'll see what he chooses. He's going to double Flaffy. Attach those lightnings to his Raichu V. If he's got anything else, or is he just going to attack for 210? He does have the minus 20 and then the plus 30 from the belt. So we'll see what he does. He's thinking about it. What to do? He will attack Josh for 210 damage. See what he puts. I wonder if he's going to put all 3 on the Arceus V or maybe 1 on Raichu just because. So when he attacks, he sells 1 for the next turn. Nope, just going all 3 on Arceus V. All right, Josh's response. He did draw Boss's Order. That's pretty big. But does he have a Choice Belt? He's looking at his discard pile. Let's see. He evolves into Malamar VMAX. He has an Air Balloon and a Dark Energy. And whatever card he just moved to the front of his hand. I think it was the Boss's Order. We'll see. Attaches a Dark to Moltres V. He has the Boss. But I don't think he's got anything else to do with it. If he could use his ability, this is easy. Maybe he should have done the last turn. Always thinking about it. Nope. He's not thinking. He's playing the Air Balloon on Moltres. And he's going to Marnie. Interesting Marnie to Jeremy to more cards, but Josh needs to have recovery stuff fast. A Stadium would be clutch here. I don't think he got it, so he's going to attack him for 180. And search for whatever energy he has left. Because he only plays a Dark. So, looks like he might only have 1 Dark. Maybe? Maybe he has 1 in his hand. One. The last one might be in his hand or prized here. Alright. Back to Jeremy. What's he going to do? He's so far ahead. Like, it looks pretty close when you think about how many energy Josh hasn't played. But when you think about how Raichu can just knock out anything on Josh's board when he feels like it. Jeremy's pretty far ahead in this match, I would say. Bench has another Raichu V here. I saw at least one lining injury in the discard pile, so we'll see what he does. There's a way for him to knock out Malamar VMAX. That'd be pretty crazy, because then Josh just has an Arceus which is already like basically 70-80% knocked out. So it's easier to knock out with whatever. Like he could even knock it out with the Arceus V. The basic attack does like 130 or whatever it is. Contemplating is going to Ultra Ball, see what's in his deck probably. Thin it out a bit, I imagine, for later, so he doesn't have to draw stuff. Maybe get another Raichu in case one gets knocked out. Let's see if he surges to get anything at all. I would at least get something so you don't have to draw it, but I'm always on the losing side of these, so who knows? He's contemplating. He's pointing at that Malamar VMAX saying, I'm coming for you. So we'll see what he decides to do. He does get Tapu Koko V, which in theory is pretty cool, but hasn't been needed because you can just one-hit knock out anything. So that's something to contemplate with the deck list here. Going forward, maybe not. Yep, he is going to confirm that. And he has one other card in his hand. He's pointing that out. Oh, it is a Boss's Orders. He does. Last card in Jeremy's hand was Boss's Orders. And he's going to go to town on this Malamar VMAX here. He's going to get 2 energy back with Flaffy. Yep, tries to put on the active. Can't do that. That'd be pretty cool, though. He's like, Josh, when I come my deck, it's over anyway. All right, he's going to attack here. Discard as many lightning as he wants. It does 60 times. He's going to choose 1. I think just the order. How you want to do? Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, nope. Oh, he's going to save the 2 on Raichu. And so that way, if you assume Raichu get knocked out, and then you can bring up the fresh one. Don't have to worry about attaching to it. All right. So it's 5-3 here. See what Josh can do in response. He's got a quick ball. Discard an Arceus V. He's going to get a Malamar V, which I managed just to thin out the deck because you don't really want to bench it at this point. He does have a Choice Belt in his hand. Okay. Oh, he does have Choice Belt. And he's just going to go for the knockout. Search his deck. Has no energy, as we saw earlier. But we'll make it 3-3. Jeremy's definitely pretty far ahead here. He will double Flaffy, attach to the Coco, and then just immediately nope, just kidding. I thought he was attacking. Yep, he will just immediately discard and do 120 and knock out Arceus, going to 1 prize. It's looking like Jeremy might get the 3-0 sweep here. Let's see if Josh can do anything. So there is a way Josh can have Malamar VMAX attack this turn. There are 2 energy switches in the deck, but he would have to drop literally both energy switches. So let's see if he has a draw supporter to try to do that. Looks like he is thin in here, so maybe he has a research or something. Hopefully it's not a Crobat, because you can't use that right now, because Path to the Peak. So we'll see what he has in store. He's got to have something here. And it is a Cynthia's Aspiration. You draw and say you have 5, but if any of your Pokemon were knocked out, you draw and say you have 8. So since Josh's Arceus V-Star was knocked out, he will draw 8 cards. That hand shrug lets me know he probably whiffed. Yep, I don't see a lot of anything good in his hand. Jeremy getting damage ready, and Josh is like, I'm not attacking. That's a free win. So he's going to retreat to Malamar VMAX and make him work for it. So we'll see what happens. All right, Jeremy's got 2 lightning energy in play. Oh, he does have the Boss's Order. He'll boss the Crobat, put the energy in play, discard him, and take a 3-0 win here. All right, now let's take a look at the 2 deck lists we played. First, you have the Arceus Malamar deck. As you saw in each game, I mean, the deck got set up pretty well. You have the turn 1 attack all the time, or turn 2, depending if you went first. Now, they did start with Arceus every game, so that was a plus, but you can see with Pierce, you have the ability to hit the turn 1 Arceus attack pretty well and pop your Malamar. Now, it didn't fare too well because Raichu has the ability to knock you out in 1 hit, so it'll be interesting to see if you face a deck that cannot do that, how you can fare with the disruption cards you have like Judge and Marnie and all those other cards to hit your opponent and remove a card from their hand. Something I'll probably change is I take out one of the stadiums and add in maybe 1 Path to the Peak, maybe 2, depending how it goes. There might be another Dark Attacker you could add, but I really, really like how it's set up. You just have to, I guess, maybe hope you don't face a 1-hit knockout deck, and that's not really something you want to be hoping for when you're like taking this to a regional or anything like that. Let me know what you think on that one. And here we have the Arceus Raichu deck, which impressed me a lot more. I don't know why I thought on paper, like looking at it, it wasn't going to be as good as it was. Like, I don't know, you don't have a lot of HP, but you can knock out in one hit, but you got to live that long. I don't know if it's because the deck we faced, even though they did have insane starts all the time, but this deck was a powerhouse. You saw they were ready. Jeremy was ready to knock out anything that was brought up on the field, and it wasn't even close, really, in the end. Even though the prizes looked close, the game wasn't close. You could drop the Zekrom. I'm not sure what that's for. That's like the last card in the deck, so maybe if you still want to play a one prizer, maybe you can figure out something else. The Tapu V, the purpose is for other Arceus decks, but if you have the ability to one hit knockout with Raichu, I don't know how effective it's going to be, but I'm still going to keep it in for more testing to see if it is effective at all. And if anything, maybe you even play a Tapu VMAX, or you could play a Bolton V and maybe a Bolton VMAX too, instead of like maybe the Zekrom and Coco on that one. The rest of the list pretty great. Pat to the Peak, winning the game made me want to play two of them, but I don't know if you really need to. The two Double Turbo's fine, because you just attach twice if you have to. I know it can be a little slow, but it's one of those things. If you evolve into the V-Star, you can just search for it and make sure you get to attack. Everything else seemed great. The one adventure stuff discovery is like that really cool because you can get it with Luminion if you have to early for like turn one. So that's something I'm looking forward to. Thank you for watching the video today, episode 2 of T-Table Testing. Leave a comment below what decks you want to see in the future. If you also have a deck, you can DM me on Twitter at Josh Hatter. And I'd like to thank everybody for watching. And if it's your heart's content, please drop a subscribe. Thank you.